All right, all hooked up. Get the brakes on. Get heading out. All right, on Sunday this week, Saturday didn't work out because they only had a couple inches of snow, and now they got another, I would say like 6 to 8 inches last night. It was supposed to be more like a foot, but you know, weather people can't be right about anything. So we're just gonna kind of see how things turn out. It's like 34 out right now, so should be a decent ride. Better than trying to ride around on a couple inches, so should be good stuff. Keep going, you're good. What an adventure, Rob. Save 5, spend 20. Attaboy. Well, you were better at going straight backwards than I am, so. I did the hard part. Obviously, I did the hard part.
No, literally, you just, every time you go, it kept turning that way.
Yeah.
Because your truck would go that way.
Yeah, there was no matter what way I turned the wheel, the trailer kept going towards the building.
I thought we were
So I was like, we're gonna need a groomer to pull us out.
The groomer went by and I was like, should we fly?
All right, I'm bringing the sleds over.
Good. Yes.
I mommed that. I was like, if we do this, we're gonna get stuck. I knew it.
Well, it's all about not wanting to snap the damn wheels.
Yeah.
And then look what we ended up doing to them. We'll be lucky to get them home.
They're fine. Josh, our snowmobile delivery service.
I've had enough fun for today, Josh.
I mean, we avoided a yell, so that was good.
Who was going to yell?
Some yells could happen.
The only thing I
Josh was looking for a yell.
The only thing I didn't
That's what I
want.
stated.
The only thing I didn't want to happen is your truck up.
I was real.
I didn't care after a while.
That's why I did a whole. Well, no, I didn't want to up the.
You should have heard when it was in 4 low the noises it was making.
Well,
woo! Yeah.
You got out of it. I put it in 4 low and went very gently.
I mean, I did the hard part, obviously.
I'm pretty sure I pushed it sideways.
Oh, you pushed.
Did I push it sideways?
Rob was pushing. Those are riggy muscles if I've ever seen
Those are
them.
chicken rig muscles.
Woo! Cold jacket, yeah, buddy. Oh. Woo!
Put it in the truck just for the trip.
Totally should have, just forgot. lot of lime over there. I've kind of gotten a decent amount more trail time on this sled. Still not a lot of off-trail. As you saw, that's one of our off-trail spots. There's just not enough snow right now. Hopefully in a couple more weeks we'll be able to take more advantage of it. But my further thoughts on the on-trail experience with the sled. So the first thing, I'm having quite a bit of pushing, I noticed, with the sled. At first I thought that wouldn't be like much of an issue, but it definitely is. I've noticed I've got to get a little bit more off throttle at times than I would have normally expected. I think it can be tuned out. I just haven't really had the time to do it. We're only at around 200 miles on it. Like I said, it's been a terrible season so far. I've noticed, other than the pushing though, the sled is pretty comfortable on trail. I'm probably a little biased, having come from CNAs. Obviously those hook up great, but the biggest thing I noticed with the steering is it wants more input. You know, on my sled, little baby turns of the skis, it's going that way. I think because this obviously doesn't have CNAs on it, it just needs more. But once you give it, it does go that way. So I'm just used to almost kind of a twitchy type of handling on trail, and this is just a little bit more relaxed. And that's kind of what I want to get into with my overall opinion on the sled. This is a sled you can ride at a more comfortable pace and almost not have to pay as much attention. With the Assault, it kind of keeps you on your toes, but as much as it keeps you on your toes, it kind of meets you with performance that adequately justifies keeping you on your toes. Whereas with this, you know, you can really kind of dial it back and still be going at a decent pace. The one thing I've noticed is it's hanging idle. Very weird, and if you turn the sled off, it tends to backfire. Now it idled down.
Which one's the thumb warmer?
Well, they're both on. So yeah, you can definitely kind of ride it lazier and still get good performance out of it, but on that upper end of the performance, you throwing your body around doesn't really do a whole lot. Whereas on the Axis, depending on where you are front to back, can really change how the handling dynamics of the machine. On this sled, it doesn't really matter too much. You can get a little bit forward and kind of keep the ski down if you get any ski lift, but that's pretty much it. You know, other than that, it doesn't really matter too much where you're sitting or what you're doing on the sled. The sled's pretty much going to be predictable at all times, and it's definitely interesting because my dad loves that about it. And it's not that I don't love that about it, but it feels boring sometimes. Obviously, after a long day, no questions asked, you're gonna kind of appreciate that about the sled. But when you're like first getting out there, you're like, you know, and you're railing the corners, it's not really changing much about the sled. But as you get going faster, it's gonna feel the same. Nothing's gonna change. Whereas my Assault, it kind of, you know, it goes over the bumps a little bit better. You can throw your body into the sled, get the ski down, you know, help it rail a corner a little bit more. That doesn't really happen much. My dad's big on riding farther back on the sled because it doesn't really change anything, and it's a little more comfortable for him to sit. Whereas I like to kind of get up front on the cowling, and it doesn't really matter though. It's still going to handle very similarly. It doesn't really add a lot of extra ski pressure. It's just kind of wherever you feel the most comfortable. So I think because of that, it kind of can appeal to more people. The Assault, I think I've met a lot of people that wanted to enjoy it more, but these trails are shit. I know, sorry, but I guess I just kind of wanted to fill you guys in a little bit. I know you're itching for some Riot content, but I've met people that they don't like the uncoupled skid. They're trying to tune it out of it, and at that point it's kind of like, okay, well, you know, maybe an NDXC 137 makes more sense, like I said in my last video. But with the Riot, you don't really get a lot of those characteristics. You still get decent ski pressure, and it's a very just steady sled. So, you know, if it is a sled that you think you want to cross over, but you want it more just for flotation and not so much for like the playful characteristics of a crossover, it can do that better. I remembered it being cooler. Sorry that it's not better. That trail wasn't too bad, actually.
That first hill?
Yeah.
I really sent it off the top of it. It was like really rough.
Yeah.
Hit it perfectly, and I'm pretty sure the best on fire was off.
Well, attaboy. Man, I thought it was better. Shut up! We came here a couple years ago and it seemed cool. Now it doesn't seem very cool. Shut up. That wasn't that bad. That was the snowiest thing we've ridden. Suddenly a bunch of people. Dude, I tried to come near you, but it just pushed super far. Okay.
No, it's just like that. I just didn't want you to try to avoid me, basically.
Yeah. Yeah. Ow, hit a stick. Right at the end there. Hit like a stump. Yeah, it wasn't that big a deal. It was just surprising. Well, yeah, we're about. Do you want to go down this road? We could get back to Big Moose a lot quicker. Rob's like, I'm ready for some fucking food. Food me! Sit-in, soup, wings, pretzels. Look how similar you guys look. Someone bend over. I personally love the way that the Assault handles with the tipped up rails, the uncoupled skid. Makes it a lot of fun, wheelie over moguls, all that. This can do it, but it's not its main cup of tea. You know, it's not what it's best at. It's best at just being a very steady sled. So I think it's just something you gotta keep in mind when you want it. The little bit that I have kind of played with it, it does kind of get up under one ski well, but it does, you can feel the added weight. I mean, there's no question. I thought maybe that, you know, depending on how the engine's mounted and all that, it might, you know, be like a nice tipping point, but it also might have like a good balance point, but it does feel a little heavier. It's nothing too uncontrollable. It's just not ideal. And I think if you haven't ever ridden like something like an Assault or like a G4, something lighter, I don't think it's anything that you'll like dislike. You'll just be used to it. But you know, when you're going back and forth, or if you're coming from an Assault, it might not be something you enjoy. I'll start in a sec.
I can start that one for you.
Could you, Rob? I'm gonna wreck it on you. I'm gonna try it on soft, see how it is, and I'm gonna try it on full stiff. Full stiffy. Pretty good. I just figured for the video, try the different settings. The back shock was already on one. Full soft. Soft.
Soft?
Yeah. It was on as soft as it goes. I don't know.
Stiff or soft?
Soft. Ready? 1, 2. Soft. I didn't touch it, so this was a bit of a surprise. Woo! All of the lights. Huh?
I said the light looks sick right now. If you want to,
There's a spot up there if you wanna. Alright. Okay. Okay.
Alright.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Man, I get stuck going up that hill. What'd you do? It's stuck? Alright, let's try her out full stiff. Definitely just on my head, but already feels significantly different. I feel like these people have been here all day. Good job, guys. definitely stiff. Makes the sled more playful, obviously. I think that's the difference between this and the Assault. The Assault's just a little bit stiffer in general. It's pretty good on like little stutter bumps, but that big Mowgli trail we just went down, it didn't feel too great on, so kind of has to be expected. I don't think in my weight I should at all be running something in full stiff. But out of pure curiosity's sake, I wanted to compare the low to the full stiff, so. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Sorry it wasn't a more exciting video. I really thought the conditions would be better, but they just weren't. Gotta get better, right? I mean, it's almost February, so hopefully I got some extra days off for work and I can catch a nice big storm. And if I do, I'll try to make sure I use the Riot next time and get a full little review for you guys on it. And get you some more information on how it is off trail, because it just hasn't come together yet. But until next time, thanks for watching, Brav Gang, and I got some new decals in the works, so if I don't talk about them on my Instagram soon, I will talk about them in one of my next videos. You guys are the best. Thank you so much for all the support, and looking forward to the next one.